Nina Ruppel just making sure that her German crew is in correct shape.
It'll be interesting to see how Romania, who've been so long dominant in this event, fare here. They've got a very new crew, only the stern pair, winners of the pairs event yesterday, are really experienced, but the rest of the crew are pretty new. They've been having a struggle in the heats and the semi-final, but they are here and they are great, great racers. Australia are the favourites. Australia, who were gold medalists last year and won the 4. They've already won the 4 with the other half of the boat this year, and now back in the 8. We would expect them to be the front runners.
Canada include Jacqueline Cook and Karen Clark, who took excellent silver medals in the pairs behind the Romanians 24 hours ago. And they've got it all to do, though, on the evidence of what we've seen so far. Germany, though, can they make it the perfect season? Germany and the Americans, two nations who absolutely love to win the 8s. It's an absolute priority for both nations. But at the moment, it is the United States who've made the more dominant start, and they have the edge.
Very impressive with the way they finish off the stroke. Just see how hard that stroke is as they force that surge towards the end of the stroke. They force that surge there, getting the bows moving as they recover from the stroke. But it's a big, big push. If they can maintain that right the way through the race, that'll be interesting. But they've gone off very, very hard, as you have to do in 8s, and they are leading the field.
Yes, they were a good second and a half quicker than the Australians in qualifying directly for this final. The Americans, coached by Tom Tahar, with Chris Korsanowski also playing his part, as we see the Australians, who are under the eye of Lyle McCarthy. And they don't want to relinquish this title by any means to anyone, least of all, I would think, to the Americans or indeed the Germans.
Technically, they're a lovely boat to watch, the Australians. They row very, very well drilled. But here, Romania, this is the crew that really has dominated for such a long time. And you can see that very, very definite way that they drive the legs in the first part of the stroke. They're a high-rating crew. They just power it along. And they're very much in the hunt there at the moment.
Here's Belarus, closest to us, but not close to the lead at the moment, and already looking as if they're struggling, Dan.
Yeah, they're throwing up water a lot. Blade's going a little bit deep. 7 there is going quite deep in the middle of the stroke, and that's not helping the boat.
But the Americans have now increased the advantage to just about half a length over the field. Germany closest to them, then Australia fractionally back behind the Germans in 3rd place now, and Kate McKenzie is doing a great job in the stroke seat there. Mary Whipple, the coxswain from Orangeville in California, she's got the race plan. At the moment, everything is going to plan for the USA.
Well, they've got to halfway, out in front, and it's Kate McKenzie in the stroke seat who's doing such a good job leading that crew. So much power there. Not quite so much power in the bows, but they're moving along very, very well. They've paid a lot in that first half of the race. Can they hold off Australia now? The reigning champions really making their move. Germany on the other side of them, still there, still very much in contention.
Yes, Germany and America, two crews with fresh legs, so to speak, going into the final, whereas Australia, of course, have got that quartet who are doubling up, although, Dan, these days, not so much of a problem to recover in 24 hours for those 4, I wouldn't have thought.
Well, it just depends on the quality of the racing, and this event is actually high quality here. The American 8 is a very, very good quality boat. They're working very hard, and I think they're finding it much, much tougher, Australia, to do it this year than 1 year after the Olympics. The United States have come back with a very, very strong squad. They're still up there. They've still got a very good chance. It's still only a 1/3 of a length to go. If they can wind it up now, but they're certainly, their legs will be hurting a little bit. Those 4 who raced before, their legs are going to be hurting a little bit just where this matters.
The Germans will be hungry to regain this title. They haven't won it since 1994. Then they won it on American water in Indianapolis. The Americans, well, they haven't won it since 1995, since they triumphed in Tampere in Finland. 500 meters, a little less now to go, and the front 3 away from the rest. It concerns only the United States, Australia and Germany. But who are going to be the world champions for 2002? And still Kate McKenzie asking for more, and she's still got the best part of half a length advantage over the Australians, who are now going after the Americans with a vengeance now. The Australians, they were quickest in that third quarter, 1:32.30. They've crept that little bit closer, but how much energy have they spent? Have the Germans got anything left now for a final charge? Are the United States strong enough to hold off these two?
Romania there, the Olympic champions, right out of it. It's the race is up in front here. United States, you can see how much faster the United States blades are going into the water. They are hungry, they want it. They're much quicker into the water than Australia, but Australia are moving. Australia are coming. Beautiful rowing there from Australia, and Germany are not out of it as well.
So just a few meters more. They've done so much, almost all of the hard work. And there's Mary Whipple asking for the last ounce of energy. Kate McKenzie is really hauling this boat, seemingly single-handed towards the line, but it isn't single-handed, and I think they're going to get there. Dan, who on earth is going to be second? I don't know, because Germany are now closing on Australia. Here comes the line. America have done it. They are the champions, and wow, that's close between Australia and Germany. Australia given second, Germany third, but centimetres really separating those two. Here's the difference. Australia closest to, by a bow ball and maybe a fraction. Australia get the silver medal, Germany take the bronze. Worth noting, though, that Germany actually gave away a second during the third quarter of the race. However, America are the happiest of all.